This is it. The wait is finally over. Texas State opens its season at home against Eastern Michigan this Saturday. And if they want to leave UFCU Stadium with a win, I think there are 3 things they're going to have to accomplish. Let's break it down. Welcome back to Wizard Wednesday on a game week. I'm your host, Zach. This is it. No more waiting around. No more talking about conference realignment or off-season scandals about playbooks. We have a game to talk about. Texas State opens its season against Eastern Michigan this Saturday in beautiful San Marcos, Texas. Kef will be up in the press box. I'll be down on the sidelines running around with my camera. It's the best part of the year, the fall football season, getting back out there, getting to see a lot of you. We're very excited. But let's talk about the 3 keys, the 3 things I believe from an outsider's perspective that we need to accomplish, the team needs to accomplish this Saturday to guarantee a win and to propel us into that UTSA game, because this game isn't in a vacuum. We don't want to just hold everything back. We want to make sure that we're well prepared for that UTSA game while also not showing our hand too much. So let's not take too much time in this intro. Let's jump right into it. The first key is going to be a little different than what the thumbnail says, but I promise we'll get to the thumbnail. But the first key is Brad Jackson is going to have to prove it with his arm. I've seen a lot of nicknames, Action Jackson, B-Jax. I think Big Arm Brad is what we need to see. This is a team in Eastern Michigan that's going to play a lot of cover 1, which means 1 safety over top, closing the middle of the field. And they're going to try to load the box. They're going to have a lot of defenders near the offensive line to stop the run. We've had an off season of speculation inside and outside. I was part of that speculation about being a very run-heavy team. We have an absolutely loaded running back room. We have a massive offensive line. Everything points to being a very, very heavy run-based offense this year, which is why I believe Eastern Michigan is going to be ready for us to try to run it down their throats. And what happens when a team is ready for you to run it down their throats? They put a bunch of people in the box, like we've said, and they dare you to pass the ball. We also have a fairly unproven quarterback, which also I would think Eastern Michigan is going to want to make sure that Brad Jackson earns it. You don't want to lose if you're Eastern Michigan. You don't want to lose against the run. You want to make sure that if we win, if Texas State wins, we win it by earning it through the air, making sure that they're taking away our strength. And on paper right now, our strength looks to be running the ball. So what do I want to see? I want to see us throwing the ball early and often. I want Brad to make good decisions. I did watch some of the tape from last year just to see in limited reps what I saw from him. I think he has plenty of zip on the ball. The thing that I would like to see this game is him slowing down just a little bit. It seemed like last year when he got in, he did play a little bit faster than he needed to. He maybe went to his second and third options just a tick too early. I'd like to see him get comfortable, make his reads on time, get the ball where it needs to go in an accurate manner. Sometimes I think that the pace of play, the speed, he was just fairly inaccurate. Last year, I wouldn't say extremely inaccurate, but fairly inaccurate. The ball placement could be a little bit better. So that's what we're going to have to do. The number 1, I know the thumbnail says run the damn ball, and we're going to get to that. That's definitely a key piece of this. But if the defense is loading the box, we're going to have to pass the ball. We're going to have to air it out quite a bit. I said it on Spaces last night. I think people are going to be surprised at how much we throw the ball this game. Let's move on to key number 2. Key number 2 is that the defense needs to keep everything in front of them, and they need to get after the quarterback. G.J. Kinney alluded to this offense, this Eastern Michigan offense, being very similar to Texas State in that they're multiple. I would assume that means that they run some choice options. They have a decent quarterback who started his career in Michigan State, I believe, went to Coastal, played a little bit at Coastal, got a big arm. He's athletic. He fits the mold of what a G.J. Kinney style, Eastern Michigan style offense is. They also love to run the ball. So they're a team that is going to run or pass depending on what the box looks like. Texas State last year had some success stopping the run without loading the box and keeping pass plays in front of them. Not necessarily breaking up every pass, lockdown defending in with the DB room. I don't think that's what we're looking for. It's that bend, don't break piece of this. If you can keep everything in front of you the first couple of quarters and get to the quarterback, I think that's a recipe for success. It's a recipe for winning. It's what we're going to have to do against UTSA next game. So I think here, understanding that the defense doesn't have to be perfect. This is an offense that has scored an average of 30 plus points the last 2 years. I expect that to be the norm. I expect to score 30 plus points again this year. So if we give up 3 touchdowns, that's not the end of the world. But really what I'd like to see is holding them to field goals. You can let them drive down the field. You can let them run the ball quite a bit. If we can hold Eastern Michigan to field goals, I'm going to feel really good because I know we're going to score touchdowns. What I don't want to see is this defense allowing this game to become a shootout, because anything can happen in a shootout, especially when the other side also has a mobile quarterback with a good arm that can make some magic. So we don't want to go into the fourth quarter hoping that we score more, that we keep up score for score. That's not the game that we want to get into. We want the defense to, give up some ground. That's okay. Keep everything in front of you. Bend, don't break. Settle for field goals. And the final key, the final thing I want to see is when it matters, I want us to run the damn ball with a purpose. Yes, I want to run the ball early and often as well. But when the game gets late, that fourth quarter, I'd like to run the ball and control the clock a little bit. This is a little antithesis to our offense. The whole point of this offense, wide splits, deep choice, running to the ball, very, very fast tempo is amazing. It works very well. It's worked against every opponent that we've played in the past 2 years, I would say, to some extent. But where some games have been lost, specifically Sam Houston last year, we need to be able to run the ball and slow down the clock. Control the pace of play when it suits us. If we're up by 2 touchdowns, I'm really hoping we're not going to have drives that only last 20, 30 seconds. Because that just puts the ball into the opponent's hands. It gives them a chance. It gives them hope to come back. If we're up quite a bit, run the ball down their throats, make them stop the run, let them load the box, and then you can take your chances outside. But I'm hoping that we don't start playing with our food more than we have to if we do come out with a lead. Let's get to the fourth quarter. Let's get out of the game. Let's leave UFCU Stadium 1-0 with the knowledge that when the time comes, we have the ability to really lean on that defense, really make them step up and slow down the clock rather than playing at a breakneck speed at the end of the game, which allows punch for punch to start happening. So those are the 3 keys. This may be a short video. I have no idea how long I've rambled on about this. But key number 1 is Big Arm Brad needs to do it through the air. Key number 2 is the defense needs to keep everything in front of them. We need to not allow field goals, but if field goals happen, if Eastern Michigan gets a bunch of field goals, that's a great day in my book. And the third piece of this is that when it matters, when it's time to slow the game down, we do so and we run the damn ball. But let me know what you think. Are these 3 keys off base? Are they too general? I'm going to try to do this as we go throughout the season here. It's kind of hard to do 3 keys when you're just basing it off of summer speculation. But I did my best. What are your 3 keys? You let me know in the comments. Did I miss anything? Am I off base? Let me know. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting. Please make sure to follow us on all the socials. Kef has been texting me about this TikTok thing. Apparently, we're on TikTok now, which is really exciting. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about TikTok. I'm barely on Instagram. But I think it's good that we're doing that. So please make sure that you follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. Follow us on TikTok. I would assume our name is something like Win Now or Get Bent on each of those platforms. So please do that. Check out our Patreon page. Check out our merch site, WNOGB.com. Appreciate all the sponsors that sponsor the main show. I'm not going to read them here, but I definitely see you appreciate it. I think we have a good group of sponsors this year that are Texas State grads, which is very important to Keth and I, just to be sponsored by folks that get it, that understand San Marcos, that understand Texas State, and have values that are aligned with ours as far as it goes. With Texas State. So thank you for all that. Really excited about this season. If you see me, say what's up at the game, and we will see you next week.